This video is looking at turning right at Crossroads. I definitely think over all the years that I've been teaching people to drive, this is the subject that they find the hardest. Turning right is what we're going to be looking at. So the first thing you need to be doing is looking out for warning signs about the crossroads. You can see this is what it looks like. Check your mirror and start looking for where those side roads come in, because when people come up from the side roads, although I can see hazard warning lines, I can see the give-way lines, I can see the give-way signs, people just see that the road runs in a straight line. And what they do is they come up, they're not paying attention, they go straight across the give-way to the other side. I've seen many a car shoot from one side to the other. So at least if you're on the main road and you've checked your mirror and you're looking out for it, you'll be prepared and hopefully they won't hit the side of your car. So what we're going to do is look at diagrams, and then what we're going to do is look at them with proper video, looking at the real life dash cam to see how these diagrams work in the real world. So if you look at this diagram, this is what we call a main road priority crossroad. So you can see that the purple and the yellow car are going on a straight piece of road, and the white and the blue car are coming up from T-junctions at the side. So basically they've obviously got to give way to the main road. The purple car would get the right of way to go through this junction first because he's obviously on the main road with no give way lines. The yellow car technically would be able to turn right next because he hasn't got anybody to give way to once the purple car goes. In this particular diagram, the white car could actually pull out at the same time as the yellow car turning in. That's assuming there's no other cars that have turned up that they would need to give way to. So it's the blue car coming from the opposite side on this diagram that would be the last one that would be able to make his way through this junction. So the first video we're going to look at is the equivalent of the yellow car in this diagram turning right with the blue car coming in from the left. The white and the purple car won't be in this video, and the blue car arrives. So I'm currently on the main road where the yellow car in that diagram would be travelling. I'm coming up to take a right turn. I've done all my mirrors and signal, everything. I'm looking for oncoming cars to give way to. The vehicle on the left, which is like the blue car, would have had to give way to me, and I've taken my turn. So if we take the yellow and purple car out and we just look at the white and the blue car, the white car wants to go straight over, the blue car wants to turn to its right, and the blue car's not allowed to turn right in front of oncoming traffic. The main road's clear, so the white car would proceed through first, and then the blue car would make their right turn. So let's do this one with me turning right like the blue car. I'm going to do this really slow so you can have a good look. So we give way to the main road, that's traffic coming from the left and the right. If there were any oncoming vehicles going straight over or to their left, I would have to wait. As it's clear, I can complete my turn. So here's another one where we're coming up from the minor road to turn right onto the main road. So at the moment you can see there are no oncoming vehicles, so I haven't got any vehicles opposite to worry about because I can do my right turn. All I'm going to do is wait for the two cars that are going to pass on the main road, and once they've gone, as long as I haven't got any oncoming cars, I can take my turn to the right. So this diagram here is the one I think that people find the most confusing. You can see both vehicles want to turn right, and I wouldn't class this technically as crossing the path of each other. This is meeting the path, and in the rest of this video we're going to look at meeting other vehicles near side to near side and offside to offside. Now, some roads, it might not be enough room for both of us to go at the same time. So one car here might let the other vehicle go. They might put their hand out to say that they're letting the other car go, or they might flash their lights to say the other one can go, although that's not actually recognised in the highway code. Just remember though that you can only go as long as the main road is clear. So now let's make it just a little bit more confusing. The blue and white vehicle are still there wanting to meet the path, but because that red vehicle there is trying to turn left, the blue car can't turn right because he's not allowed to cross the path of oncoming vehicles. So if the main road is clear and there's nobody coming up behind the blue car trying to turn to their left, the white car on this particular diagram would get the advantage here. So the white car would most probably go out to the right, the red car would pull out at the same time, and once both of those vehicles are out the way, then the blue car would be able to take its turn. Can you imagine now then if we had a vehicle that came up beside the blue car that wanted to turn to their left? It starts to get confusing. So always make sure if you're in this scenario that you really have a good think about whether it's going to be safe to pull out. And while you're thinking about everything that's going on opposite you, make sure that the main road is definitely clear. So now let's make it a little bit more confusing, and let's do a right turn at a crossroads with a yellow box. So the rule for yellow box junctions is only enter if your exit's clear, but you can wait in it, and the only time when you can wait in it is if you're waiting to turn right, your exit is clear, and you're only prevented from doing your right turn because of oncoming traffic. So we're checking up ahead, looking for where our turning is. We're going to make the right turn. And when we go to enter the box, because our exit will be clear, you'll see that I'll meet an oncoming vehicle. I'll have to wait in the box. I'm going to meet this car near side to near side. Wait in the box because I've got a clear exit for the bike, the two cars, and then when it's clear, then I can make my turn. If you're dealing with traffic light controlled crossroads, turning left's straightforward, and the same if you're going to be going straight ahead at the crossroads, all fairly straightforward. But with all of these ones turning left and going ahead, just make sure that oncoming cars don't turn in front of you, and other vehicles coming in from the left and the right don't jump the traffic lights. Let's look at turning right at traffic light controlled crossroads. So this with the arrows on the ground is showing you that we would meet in a near side to near side position. So you would go in and meet the oncoming vehicles that are going to do their right turn, so they're going the opposite way to you, and then you would deal with giving way to the oncoming traffic. That's people coming towards you, going straight ahead, or the ones that are making a turn to their left. So let's look at turning right at this one, taking up the right-hand lane. There's no oncoming cars whatsoever, checking that nobody's jumping the lights, straight round, fairly straightforward. So this next one, we're coming up, we're going to be doing a right turn. I'm moving in to meet any potential vehicles in a near side position because it's quite a short crossroads and that's the best way to deal with it. Waiting for all the oncoming cars. I'm keeping an eye on the traffic lights because when the traffic lights start to go back to amber, the oncoming vehicles will start looking at stopping it, and then I may get the chance to go. Other than that, it's clear, and you can see that the lights have just changed. So on this particular one where we're going to do the right hand turn, we've got two lanes coming towards us. We meet the cars that are turning right, which we're going to do in a near side to near side position, and the vehicles that are coming up beside them are the ones we're not allowed to turn right in front of. Once there's a clear safe gap, which there is after the red car, then we can complete our turn. Now, near side to near side seems to be the most common way now. Lots of junctions that used to give you the options of offside to offside, like which is shown on this diagram here, were used more in longer crossroads. But even in my hometown where I teach, all the ones that used to have that have all been changed and have had the near side to near side arrows on. So unfortunately, I can't actually film any dash cam with the right turn, but I can show you with some video. Now, doing offside to offside is actually the better way to do it because once you've met the vehicle in that position, you've got a good view of the road ahead. So let's look at the blue car meeting the red car. The blue car is going to take up an offside position, which is making its way over to sort of the third of the crossroads, whereas near side is more the first third. Now you can see by doing this position they have a better view. Once there's no oncoming cars, the blue car can make his turn. The red car has to wait until there's a safe gap in the traffic or the traffic light changes back to red. If you found this video helpful, then like and subscribe for more driving videos.